Hello everyone, this is Plunger Planet. I'm your host George, and welcome to episode 18 of Plunger. So let's quickly review, of course, all our social media, and then get into the price reports, which are thankfully very positive across the board, and then finally cover with some exciting new Plunger sub news. So jumping right in, of course, as always, starting with the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel still sits at 24 subscribers with up to 324 views across our 17 videos. Looking very nice over here. Our X looking very similar to as it was in our previous price review, still only following our sister sub and still at 40 followers. Looking good over here as well. Jumping straight over to our subreddit, we are up to 1,410 plunger enthusiasts. Very nice, up from, I believe it was 1,406 our last video. Looking very nice here. So jumping straight into the price report, starting of course as always with plunger token. Of course, for disclaimer, as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a plumber. I just like the token. And with that being said, plunger looking very strong, coming right back up to 3,000. Showing on a great day with Bitcoin being green and Bitcoin being strong up, which we'll get into their price report. But as we can see, broke above 3,000 again, looking very nice right here. Over $1,000 in 24-hour volume. Holders still above 1,000.01k. And overall, just a strong day. Very glad to see it above the uptrend line. Not too terribly much to say here. Again, just keep rooting for Bitcoin and Bitcoin, the two kings of their relative spheres. And yeah, just hope to see it continue to rise. Speaking of Bitcoin, jumping right into it. Again, for disclaimer, again, this isn't a construction site. I'm not a construction expert, not an expert in anything. But I just love Bitcoin, and with all that being said, Bitcoin having an absolutely strong comeback day, up 4.13%. Very good. Nothing too terribly much to say here. Of course, we want to see a little bit more before we can say anything positive, but very glad to see it rejecting the downtrend. A lot of people were really hoping, I guess hoping to buy under it, but not necessarily hoping it would fall to, but hoping it would go under 7,000. Of course, if it were to, you could argue it's a downtrend. We're going to fall all the way back down to 6,000. If we can break below that, 4,000, and really just drop below these, because by all means, guys, this is a pretty fast comeuppance. Tripping all over myself, but nevertheless, back above a $5 million market cap. If you can break above 9K again, I think the peak for this market, because we never did break that 1,000. We were never able to shed that zero. This, that rally about a week ago where it peaked out, as you can see around here. But if we can break 9,000 again and then push all the way to actually chopping the zero off, I think once you chop that zero off, as you can see from all the way back here at the all-time high, there's not that terribly much to go. As soon as you chop the zero off, I think you go up 1%, and congratulations, that's a new all-time high. You're price searching at that point. So yeah, nothing to terribly say over here other than if it can break 9,000 again, you're looking really positive of it shedding the zero once again, and then again, you're price searching. So very strong day for Bitcoin, very strong day for basically everybody. You love to see it. Everybody showing green except Donut, down 22%, but if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure it was up like 200% like 2 days ago, so it's not necessarily a bad thing on their part. I think they're just coming down from a recent pump. So finally, let's cover our last bit of price news before we get into the subreddit news. So finally, starting off with Bitcoin, as always, not financial advice. I'm just a Reddit degen. With that being said, Bitcoin's still looking strong, still continuing on its uptrend on the weekly. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry, completely incorrect on that. If we're looking at strictly on the weekly, earlier this week it was holding above 70K, its new all-time high, breaking past 69 quite recently, and now it's plunged, if you will, below 38,000. And now you could argue, oh no, is it going to fall? Maybe, but it's still relatively strongly up. It would have to fall a lot more for it to enter in a bearish divergence. Still on the monthly looking good, and of course on the yearly and all-time looking amazing. So, what could you see? Probably still a price crunch, probably still a squeeze, because the ETFs still eating up several hundred Bitcoins every single day, and most of them not accounting for the fact that in about a month, all new Bitcoins are going to be halved. The production of Bitcoins in every single block is going to be halved, and that's going to cause a supply squeeze. I mean, maybe they'll calculate for it. You could argue that, they're calculating for it right now. That's why they're buying up so much. Maybe. But I just don't see it. And there's a great argument to say they're going to have to experience the reality of it. Again, whether or not that'll actually happen, we'll foresee in about a month or so. But yeah, before I end today's video, I do want to add the word of the day is Book of Meme. We're not going to sponsor them, but what we will do, because I was going to just say book, or gorilla, or Pepe, or Meme Man. Man, these tokens are amazing, and all of them are up well, except Book of Meme, it's down. Nevertheless, feeds, right here, community feeds. Word of the day is feeds. Feeds. So, the word of the day is feeds. If you're new around here, how the word of the day works is look below this YouTube video. If nobody has commented the word feeds, that's spelled right here, you comment it along with your Ethereum address, you will win word of the day, and I will send you 1,505 Plunger tokens for free. And with that being said, that will truly do it for us. Besides one last thing, I can't believe I almost forgot it because it's hidden here in my special tabs. Boom. The subreddit news. So, new subreddit, r/plungers. It technically was an older subreddit, but now we have it. As you can see, very small, currently at only 8 members. But still growing, still very, actually, as you can see, it says 3 years ago. I'm not sure necessarily how accurate that is. I'm sure it's actually far older than that, but then only recently recovered. All of this to say, it's in relation to us, just like r/tacos is, but unlike r/tacos, which is its own standalone sub, has its own standalone community of just pure taco lovers and enjoyers, r/plungers is just us. This would completely be our community. So by all means, you guys want to come over, check us out, come in, do whatever you like, and just, build up a community over here of ideally just real plungers. Post your plungers, talk about plunging, talk about your best plunging tips, strategies, methods, everything you can think of. Anything plungers is welcome. And that will truly do it for today, guys. Wasn't actually about to walk out here and not tell you about the new sub. Had to do a little switcheroo for the word of the day. But that will truly do us for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video, and as always, have a great rest of your day.